First off, I need to say this story is from my perspective. I did research on the birth of the Roadtrek, of course. I consulted a variety of sources to collaborate facts. If I missed something or need to correct something, please let me know in the comments. Now to begin. The Roadtrek story has its official beginnings around 1974 or 1975, but I kind of think its inventor, Jack Hannemeyer, was thinking about it quite a bit earlier. It's about a man, an idea, and a machine. The man, Jack Hannemeyer, had an idea: make what he couldn't find. In 1974 to 75, Jack couldn't find what he wanted in terms of a small, self-contained motorhome for he and his family to vacation in. So he decided to design and make it. He took his design to a small company, Home & Park, who specialized in building this sort of thing. The company built what he designed. Jack got in and liked what they built. He could see his design had the potential to appeal to others. He had already realized success in other industries. The Roadtrek was more of a hobby for him. He bought the company, Home & Park, and began producing more of what he designed. In the late 70s to early 80s, his company and the people who had bought these first designs had lots of ideas about how to make it better. And those ideas just kept coming. The idea of lowering the floor meant the roofline could be lower and more aerodynamic. Then the idea to position things used while standing in the middle of the vehicle, at the high point of the roof. Things like the stove, sink, refrigerator, and the bathroom shower. Things used while sitting or laying down were positioned where there was less headroom. That's logical. The idea of using a household window air conditioner versus a rooftop variety in order to keep the roofline low, to cheat wind, and to lower expenses a little bit, and to keep the roof penetrations to a minimum. Jack had obtained many patents for ideas he designed into these Roadtreks. As he looked around inside his creation, I wonder if Jack had the same thought I've had many times. This Roadtrek inspires ideas. By the early 80s, Roadtrek was rapidly becoming the benchmark, the way other manufacturers began to design their van-based motorhomes. Through the 80s, the little company is producing and selling more and more of these creations. Jack, the Roadtrek, and the people who built them and own them had influenced an entire industry. If the story stopped there, it would be an amazing one, successful, inspirational, but that's where the Roadtrek story really takes off. What Jack envisioned was taking the features of a 40-foot Class A or slightly shorter Class C motorhome and condensing that onto a driver-friendly van chassis that didn't make him feel like he was driving a bus or a truck. This concept was well received by the RV and motorhome market. Now we move to the mid to late 80s and early 90s. Roadtreks have become a popular form of recreational vehicle. How popular? So popular that Roadtrek became the dominant, best-selling brand with the largest market share in the Class B motorhome market. In an industry of giants like Winnebago, Thor, Airstream, and many others, that's impressive. 1990 was the year Roadtrek attained that number one position and held on to it until at least 2015. That's about 25 years at number one. But the road hasn't been without bumps. Roadtrek has been rocked by scandal, faced ruin, and risen from those perils to remain a leader in its industry. And whether it's a vintage Roadtrek like this one, or a Chevy, or ProMaster, or Sprinter diesel, or whatever comes next, when the door opens and a person looks inside any Roadtrek, what they see is a place where ideas abound, courtesy of Jack Hannemeyer. Thanks, Mr. Hannemeyer. If you're fortunate enough to own one, or have the opportunity even to sit in one for a while and look around, you see these ideas all around you coming to life. There have been thousands of hours of thought, measuring, calculating, trial, test fitting, by scores of people with different skills from different disciplines who have contributed to what you are taking in. What started with a man not being able to find what he wanted and making it continues with people finding what he made and finding in it what they want. And for at least 25 years of its production, it has been what every other Class C motorhome has been measured by. And the Roadtrek story continues. At somewhere between 90 and 200K for a variety of different platforms, new Roadtreks are still a class leader. A Roadtrek is an original. Others try to copy. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. I hope you enjoyed this Roadtrek story. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Share it if you think someone else might enjoy it. Subscribe to get more content like this, and ring the bell to be notified when it's uploaded. As always, comment as you see fit. Until the next video, see you later.